When's the last time you took a risk, ladies and gentlemen? When's the last time you got the butterflies in your stomach? You said, I don't know if this is the right way. A little unsure. I have to lean on my faith. I have I, I have to, right, push myself to see, man, what is possible? When's the last time you took a risk? I hope you picked up the message inside of there because success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. So anyone that's successful in any area of their life, there are clues that they leave behind to be able to get to that similar spot. And you heard from many different people, different facets of life, saying that taking risks are important to you being happy, to you succeeding in life. So where are we taking risks? See, this is the opposite of what society tells us. They tell us to play it safe. You're encouraged to be safe. You're encouraged to be secure. You're encouraged to find stability. You're encouraged to do that. Yet success says you got to take some risks. You got to take some risks. You got to try. If there's no risk, there's no progress. If there's no risk, there's no learning. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're not learning anything new. That means we're not able to get to the highest, grandest expression of our life. We're not able to design a life that we don't need a break from. That's the goal. The goal is to design your ideal life. Well, we have to take some risks in order to do that. And most time we're risk averse. We're scared of taking the risk. Jim Rohn in the very early part of that video is like, well, what if this happens? Well, if that happens, well, what if this happens? The language of the poor. Poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. The language is, well, what if that happens? Well, what if this happens? Well, I don't know about that. That's okay. Calculated risk. What do you know? Where do you feel comfortable? What is helping you get towards your vision? And are you willing to step out and do those things? It's a requirement, ladies and gentlemen. It's a requirement if you want to design your ideal life. It's a requirement to take some risk. It's a requirement to get those butterflies in your stomach and be like, I need to figure this out. It's a requirement. So I challenge you, when's the last time you felt those things? When's the last time you had the butterflies? When's the last time you were a little scared or nervous about something that you're striving for? It's such an important quality. It's such an important thing that we have to continue to work on because society pushes us in the other direction. In our text 177, Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, number 106 says champions take risks. They take risks. It says here, average performers are risk averse. They've been taught that to make it through life in one piece, play it safe, and be thankful they have a roof over their head. Anybody grew up with that mindset? Anybody, right? Hear people constantly, especially if you're going after something, well, be thankful you have a job. Be thankful you have that. Yes, we talk a lot about gratitude. Absolutely, you should be grateful for the things you have. But when that becomes the overall narrative of let's just play this thing safe, let's just get through in one piece, right? Let's just arrive safely at death. Let's not have any hiccups. Let's not have any challenges. Let's not play like it's not getting over our head. Let's just make sure we're good. That is the dominant narrative of the masses. It's the dominant narrative. Not for us, though. It says here, stay below the radar and you won't get hurt. Seems to be their worldview. With a mindset rooted in fear and scarcity, they unconsciously set a goal of arriving safely at death. World-class performers work from an abundance-based consciousness rooted in love, which knows no limits or bounds. The pros take risks, not because they're necessarily more courageous, but because they believe they can get back anything they lose. In the minds of champions, resources and money are abundant. As a result, the fear of loss has very little influence on this group. Champions have always been risk takers because they have come to understand that business and life are about learning and growing. say that one more time. Champions have always been risk takers because they have come to understand that business and life are about learning and growing. How can you learn and grow when you never step out and try something new and exciting? There's never a lack of resources, only a lack of ideas. Without risk, there can be no progress. Without risk, there can be no progress. All of us only have so much sand left in the hourglass, and one day our sand will run out. The time to risk is now, and the great ones know it. This is something you have to embrace. I know you might have some fears. You might have some things that, some doubt or some worry. Those you have to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, you have to ask yourself, are those feelings and emotions helping me get to where I want to go? Are they serving me? The fear, the worry, the doubt, is that serving me to get to the life that I'm asking for? We're all asking for a life. You're asking to be financially independent, comfortable with your money, not have money be a worry, have all the time freedom that you want, be able to travel, be able to see life and experience all that life has to offer, be able to spend time with your children, be able to spend time with your grandchildren. You're asking for a life. The question is, are you willing to take these risks? Are you willing to step out of the fear and step into the abundance? We have to be able to do that. And again, calculated risk. I think forget the guy in there, Ben, was talking about, there's some people that choose to never take a risk, and there's some people that take too many uncalculated risks and just keep getting knocked backwards. We're not talking about, right, being foolish or being unwise with your decision making. But we are saying, and I am saying, you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to progress in life. The way you progress is by taking a calculated risk on something. Most people just take risk with their money. This might be a little bit of a risk. I'm not sure how this crypto is going to do. I'm not sure how this investment's going to do. I'm not sure, but I'll take that risk. This is more of an internal risk of, do you bet on yourself? Do you bet on your own ideas? Do you bet on your own willpower, on your own strength, on your own knowledge, on your gut instinct of, man, I believe this is the right path? Do you take those type of risks? Do you risk, again, the career you're in or the relationships you're in or whatever those things are that are the major things that can allow you to progress past where you are in life? Those are the areas we really have to start to, I guess, seek a little deeper, right? Get a little deeper in that side. Again, it says in here, how can you learn and grow when you never step out and try something new and exciting? So when's the last time you tried something new and exciting? When's the last time you got excited about something, fired up about something, and then you went and did it? When's the last time you said, I know this has been my path, but I'm going to go this direction so I can learn and grow, so I can become the best version of myself? They say, when's the last time you made a new friend? Right? As adults, it's not often that we make new friends. Drake's got a song, No New Friends, right? Right? Like, we actually need to make new friends. I've given this story before, but I'll say it again. One of the, not the last times, but a few times before, me and my wife are good at making friends. We like socializing. We like meeting new people and going out to dinner and those things. But probably, I don't know, 4 years ago or so, there was a couple that we had just met at a restaurant, right? We just met. We didn't know them. We happened to mingle at the bar or whatever the case is. Older couple, really nice. Didn't seem like we had a lot in common, but like they're just really nice, genuine people. And they invited us to dinner maybe like a week after that. And I remember getting ready to go to dinner with them, and I had butterflies in my stomach. Like a first date, like weird, like What are we going to talk about? Like, what if they don't know? Like just this weird feeling. That was that discomfort because we were stepping into a new place. We were trying to create friends that we didn't know if we had much in common. It's a risk to be vulnerable, to get in new relationships, to build new friendships. That's why most people don't as we age, as we get older. We don't seek new friends. We don't step out and say, hey, I'm willing to go hang out with you and I just met you. We don't do that because we have this. I know my friends, I know my circle, I know this, I stay safe. It's harder to take that risk to get out there. But then I realized that is the exact feeling. It's the exact feeling that we're looking for. Those butterflies, that nervousness, that I don't really know how this is going to go or why we're doing this or if this makes sense. That's the exact feeling that we want to have, that we want to push through. So I challenge you, when's the last time you had those feelings that like, I'm unsure about this? That's a risk. You are taking a risk. You are stepping out of your comfort zone. How often do we have this conversation about saying everything you want in life is on the other side of your comfort zone? Everything you want in life. If I polled all of you on this call and I said, hey, what is it that you want? Like the things that you want. And you gave me 2, 3 things. You're like, Chris, this is exactly what I want. I'm going to tell you that's on the other side of your comfort zone. It's you getting uncomfortable on a daily basis, on a regular basis, feeling this discomfort, because that's how we start to learn and grow. If we're not feeling that, if we're not feeling that discomfort, if we're not feeling that unease, we're not growing. We're sitting in our same thoughts. We're sitting in our same feelings. We're sitting in our same environments. I know life can throw you things that are uncertain, that are uncomfortable, but that's life doing that. That's not you pushing yourself outside of it. And sometimes we let life just kind of beat us up because it throws us different situations and different circumstances that maybe we don't know how to handle. But that's not necessarily taking a risk. That's going to happen regardless. That's going to happen regardless. Let's go back 4 years in the pandemic. Like life just threw us that. Of course, we all had to learn how to navigate it and we had to figure it out, but like that wasn't of our own doing. That wasn't something we had to step out and do. That we just had to learn how to handle the environment. And sometimes that's more of what we do in life is we just kind of handle or navigate what's thrown our way. But if we really want to design our ideal life, again, let me take you to the place you want to go. You want to design your ideal life, you have to step out. You have to be willing to risk. You have to be willing to push yourself out of the comfort zone. Like you have to do that. No one's coming to do that for you. You have to do it. But on the other side of that is everything you're looking for. On the other side of that is everything you're looking for. On the other side of that is all the happiness, all the joy, all the peace, all the finances, all the good relationships, all the health, all that stuff is on the other side of your comfort zone. So I challenge you guys on this Friday to figure out what you're willing to take a risk on. Don't play it safe. No matter what your cousin or your aunt or your parents or your friends say, don't play it safe. We only get one life. So it says, we all only have so much sand left in the hourglass. There's only so much. You don't know that time. But we can't arrive safely at death. Right? You don't want to have that weight of regret on you when you are getting to that place. Man, I wish I would have. Man, I wish I would have taken that opportunity. Man, I wish I would have moved out of the country. Man, I wish I would have done that business. Man, I wish I wouldn't have given up on that. Man, I wish. You know how many people say that? There's so many people out there. That's not us. That's not you. But the only way we don't say that is if we take the risk now and say, hey, at least I tried it. Man, I remember trying this and trying this and trying this. And what's funny is the more that we try it, the more progress we make, the more we learn and grow, and we eventually get to the place we want to go. That's how it works. But you got to take the risk, ladies and gentlemen. This quote says, I don't want to find myself in a nursing home someday thinking that all I did was play it safe. It's not the goal. It's not how we get to our ideal life. Action step for today says, learning to be comfortable when taking calculated risk is an acquired skill. The only way to develop it is to begin to take risks. You got to begin doing it. Decide today to take a small risk on something you've been thinking about doing. Feel the fear, do it anyway. Feel the fear, do it anyway. If this process is new to you, rest assured you will feel less fear with every risk you take. You got to decide today, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not going to let fear hold you back. You're not going to let your thoughts, worry, the enemy come in and distract you and get your mind away from the things that are pointing you in the direction that you want your life to go. You got to take the small risks. You got to take the big risks, right? You got to take the risks. No risk, no reward. No risk, no reward. I know we think about that with our money, but think about that with all the areas of your life. You got to take the risk. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to push you. I'm going to encourage you on this Friday, April 19th, to get out there and make it happen because it's too crowded at the bottom. We got to get to the top of this thing. I love you guys. I love you. I want you to win. You deserve to win. Your families deserve to win. The people around you are counting on you to pick up this information and apply it so that you can win. People are depending on you. I know you don't know it just yet, but in 3 years and 5 years and 7 years, someone's going to be counting on the fact that you got mentally tough, that you changed your thinking so you could change your life. Someone's waiting on you to do it. So you got to put it in place. Start today. Go out this weekend, do something that challenges you, do something that pushes you out of your comfort zone, and watch how your life changes. Love you guys. Enjoy your Friday. Talk soon.